Welp, here we are on YouTube, and I was not supposed to start, but I did anyways. And Ryan, how are you doing?
It's fine, Nathan. Totally fine because I'm really excited to do this request from Christina. This is another McFly song. You know, when she first had us listen to that other McFly performance, it was at the Hammersmith, I think, Odeon. And it's a smaller venue. Like, it's not small, but I think it's, 2,000 to 5,000 people. I'm not sure. It's a theater, right? This is Wembley. And I asked in our Discord chat here, are these guys popular? Like, no, this is just us, as, Canadians. I've never heard of this band before. They've been around for like 20 years. I've just never heard of them before ever. And it's not surprising because there's a lot of bands from other, nations around the world, European bands in particular, that you and I would probably love, but we just don't hear over here in Canada.
Yeah.
And this is Wembley, and apparently they're big.
Well, I'm not surprised. We really liked the last one that we saw. Like, I think that was
right.
It's such a great introduction to them. So, so they're headlining this one. Is that correct? This isn't them like this is their concert. Hey, wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is cool. They kind of remind me of the. Granted, we only saw the one video, so maybe I'll leave my remarks to after we watch this performance because I have a couple thoughts about how they are on stage and their not their antics isn't the right word, but their personalities on stage. So let's watch another live performance and see if my comparison might be a little bit
okay
to an American counterpart is what I'm getting at. Okay,
gotcha.
All right, let's go. It's a little bit younger in this video than the last one we saw, apparently. Okay. Oh, it is subtitled.
Yeah, we thought it might be fun if we let some of our fans come up on stage with us. You jealous?
Well, here I am on stage.
It's all right. We pretty much ignore them through the whole next song anyway, and we look at you guys, so. As some of you may have noticed, we have gone for a sort of beach theme on our stage tonight. And so, we'd like to take this opportunity to play you some of our more summery songs from our first album. This is our surf medley. Well, it's 4:15, hanging out at the pizza place. And we're young and our boys, they around and gotta catch the waves. Well, this is the sound when I left you in bed. We were really on and we were extra proud. We let the truth be known. Just wanna be the surfer, babe. I hope I'm not a little too late. I never know what you gotta say. You don't know the type that you are, but you are, but you are, but you are. You know I just run around, got in the air. It's in and out, it's feeling for you. Don't even know you may not have been, but it's in about it, you were surfing, babe. Well, you better get off, guys, your daddy's awake. Said he saw you last night, making out by the lake. With the point anyways, doesn't look at me to say anything. Since I'm looking at you, but it don't look great. See the star on my foot, and the way of the hanger, we're better off if daddy's not around. Oh baby, you got nothing to prove. He's crazy, you know me now. But if we say it's out, you won't know me. That's all.
Keep featuring that girl.
Yeah.
This is like a medley of their songs.
Yeah.
I wonder if
The
they
third one.
I wonder if they surfified this song. You know what I mean? Like they sped them up so that they all have that surfer sound.
Right.
like that the lyrics are on the screen.
Yeah, it's fun to read the lyrics with
No.
it. So yeah.
So this is them quite young, is that correct? This is like
they're-
early on.
I'm not sure what year this is, but
She looked incredible. Just turned 17. I guess my friends are right. She's out of my league. So what am I to do? She's too good to be true. You ready, Wembley?
You can always tell when there's a Les Paul. This has that crunch.
But 3 days later, went round to see her. She was with another guy, and I said fine, but I never asked her why. Since then, loneliness has been a friend of mine. My friends say, such a pity. I'm sorry that you lost that girl. It's such a pity. I'm sorry that you lost that girl. It's such a pity. Sorry that you lost that girl. She looks so fine. Such a pity. I'm sorry that you lost that girl. Such a pity. I'm sorry that you lost that. It's such a pity, and I'm sorry that you lost that girl. And I'm sorry that you lost that. She wanted attention, she didn't want no anymore. Before I could ask why she was gone, out the door, I didn't know what I did wrong, but now I just can't move on. She left me, she told me, don't worry, you'll be okay, don't need me, believe me, I'll be fine. Then I knew what she meant, and it's not what she said. Now I can't believe she's gone. Oh yeah! Well, I tried calling you, but never thought. No one's there, no one's there, no one's home. I left messages after
Was he the one that was singing in the last one?
Oh,
I think so.
I didn't know what I did wrong, but now I just can't move on. Yeah, since she left me,
I think his is my favorite voice so far.
don't worry, you'll be okay. You don't need me, believe me, you'll be fine. Then I knew what she meant, and it's not what she said. Now I can't believe Ooh, I said she loved me. She told me, don't you worry. You'll be okay. You don't need me. Don't need me. You'll be fine. Then I knew what she meant, and it's not what she said. Now I can't believe she's gone. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, thoughts?
Well, I think obviously this is them recreating their songs from their beginning. So they're playing some of their earliest stuff. A lot of bands, especially like young not boy bands, because they're not really a boy band per se. They're a band.
Sure.
But a lot of bands in the early like 2000s had a similar sound. Had that kind of like surfer rock, kind of Green Day-ish sound. There was a lot of music. I remember a lot of music like that I just kind of like, it started to get repetitive. And like, there's a lot of sounds like that. So to me, that's sort of what it sounds like. And so from that perspective, it didn't wow me like the other performance that we saw. Like that other one, I was really like, who are these guys? These guys are amazing. And that one just seemed a little bit more kind of homage to them, to their old stuff. And because these guys have been around for so long, they're like 20 years as a band so far. I'm kind of looking forward to hearing a lot of their more recent stuff. Just because that I guess their beginnings seemed a little bit, I don't want to say cliche, but a little bit kind of like, it sounded like a lot of music that I've heard already, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they've developed. Yeah, that's
Well, I think that's the flip side. I think what we saw earlier is what Christina gave us that earlier performance. It was an amazing, like, showcasing a kind of a later stage of their career, and they're more, not to say polished, but more mature, bigger, fuller sound. They're older, and it was a great single that we listened to with the medley of other stuff from other songs that they put together. I think what we're seeing here, though, is a younger version of the band, but I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Oh, okay.
But I think the problem is it just wasn't as strong as that other medley that we saw. So I think our next, if we were to gear towards, not trying to guide we're people that make these requests, but we are. But now we want to see maybe a song that's just not straightforward, but a strictly a one song performance, like a live performance. I like them live and I want to see a live performance of one song. And from the later years, it's hard to go back and watch them when they're that young. Not because I don't want to watch people when they're young. I'll use kind of like the One Direction idea. Like, we like the solo acts like Harry and Louis and Niall. Seeing them One Direction is kind of fun. It's interesting, but I really enjoy their older, mature stuff. And so I think McFly, I would say the same. I think their more recent stuff, I think I would probably gravitate towards than their earlier, late teen, early 20s type stuff.
Yeah.
But this was they obviously have a roots in surf rock, and they're great harmonies. This is the thing. So what we're seeing here is a band that I love their harmonies. I love that they have kind of two lead vocalists, and that's very unique. And so there's very similarities between like a Blink 182 mixed with Green Day, mixed with a boy band vocal. So it's a very unique sound that these guys can really sing.
Yeah.
And I suspect their later stuff is probably better considering what we saw with that Hammersmith performance. There you go.
Right. Right. Oh, well
Yeah.
said. Yeah, I think
All
we're
right.
generally on the same page on this one. So, yeah, if you like our discussion, reaction, whatever we call it, review, really, of music, check out all the other stuff that we do. Give this video a like, and check out our Patreon and join us there. That's where you can see everything we've got unedited until the cows come home. So, we'll see you in the next one.